Yo, what's up, guys? We're back with DLR round 4 in Zandvoort, and today I'm feeling pretty confident. It's a decently strong track for me, honestly, but here's the championship order. Currently 3 points behind DLR and 9 points up on Man. But, we need to push for higher results. Our goal is still the championship in the end. But here we are, heading into turn 1. You can break really late there. In qualifying. In the race, it's completely different. And, those curbs, you have to be really careful with them because you can still get grass on your tires, and you'll see it throughout the race, and uh, maybe in some of these qualifying laps. Not sure yet, but so far this lap has looked pretty decent. Not the best, I'd say. We redline a little bit there on the rev limiter, so already just losing time everywhere. There, it's easily flat out on some setups, and yeah, this is just a banker to put in. We missed the apex a little bit there, and not the most satisfied with this banker lap, but I didn't do much practice before this race. We missed the apex there. You're supposed to take a lot of curve, actually, for that last corner before the long left-hander. As you see, I don't know if you guys saw that, but the grass on the right front tire. So taking even a little bit of curve, it can get you a lot of grass. But we're taking the shortest line all the way to the end, not going fully wide, using all the battery, and that puts us on provisional pole for now with a 109.4, which isn't bad. And coming into our best lap of the session, we're down in P5 now, actually. Uh, like really weirdly for turn 1, and we're somehow up. We had a terrible line, but that'll just be a reoccurrence this entire lap. As you can see here, I'm still missing apexes and stuff, but somehow still up on my time. I don't know how that works. Maybe I was just carrying so much speed compared to my last lap. Here, I'm not even downshifting this time, and clearly it works out better. Missed the apex a little bit there. You can take more curb, but it doesn't help you a lot. And you can see it's a better example there. There's a ton of grass on my tire there. Um, there we also missed the apex a little bit, but we carry better speed. Not up as much as I wanted to, but still decent. We carry more speed into there, so it's better. You can see we were a tenth up for a little bit, and on exit we were actually going to be 2 tenths up. Hitting into this next corner, we're 2.5 tenths up, so really good from us, but obviously still a scruffy lap. Should have performed better there. But we come across in P3 with a 109.167, and here's the qualifying results. We end up P4, so not bad. And yeah, we're just lining up. We get point 0.4 on the grid, so not bad. Everyone on mediums. I was actually going to start on hards, but soon you'll see starting on mediums was clearly the best play because something not ideal is going to happen on this lap. So we're waiting for the lights, waiting, taking a while. Um, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and there we go. Decent reaction time, but we're getting a lot of wheel spin. I I don't know how that happened. Usually my race starts are better, but you see Jesus gets pushed out a little bit wide. We're 3 wide for a moment, and we're going side by side. And you can see here, he just washes it out, hits the curb, and he kind of straight lines into me. And I'm glad I didn't start on hards, because if I had to box from hards to mediums now, I wouldn't have made it to the end. So dirty air with basically a lot of front wing damage is not fun at Zandvoort. It's just terrible. So I'm gonna be struggling these first few opening laps. But Jesus also told me we would be working together, so I would have left more space, but I was expecting him to back out at that time. He did apologize, but I kind of moved on from it. During the race, I was just super angry. I didn't even know what to think of it, but I reported it. He ended up not getting a penalty somehow. So during or after the penalties, I was also quite unpleased with that as well. I wasn't the happiest guy, but we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. Try and stay with the cards in my head, stay within DRS, and do what we can. As you can see, Yaro, he retired from the session, causing a VSC. So maybe we could have pit now, and it would have been nice. But I was on balanced compound, or balanced allocation, I meant. So I only had a set of fresh mediums and fresh hards. So doing a one stop from here would be pretty hard. I want the freshest tires and on to the end of lap 2 and the start of lap 3. You see already going too wide into turn 1 up ahead and a little bit of contact with the wall. I don't know how he didn't get damaged. Slowing me down a little bit, letting Taylor, McKenzie, and the Haas going side by side. You can see this front wing damage. It's just, I'm just understeering everywhere. It's really difficult to drive. It's not fun, to say the least. And because of my pace, I just decided to let Taylor McKenzie be by. I realized he's one of the more aggressive drivers in the league currently, so I decided not to fight it too much. It wouldn't be worth it. It just hurt both of our races. And yeah, you just see it. Like, he's getting side by side with me there. But onto the end of lap 4, start lap 5, we're coming into the pits. Very safe pit entry. And yeah, I just couldn't deal with front wing damage anymore, so I just had to come in, and I want the best chance to catch back up really quickly. So we bolt on a fresh set of mediums, so we only have one set of hards left for the rest of the race. So we're gonna have to make this medium stint extend a little bit. And the mediums, they drop off really quickly, honestly. They're kind of like softs on other tracks, so not the best tire here, but for the first few laps I can really push it and gain. And onto lap 6, 8 seconds behind, but a safety car comes out. And let's just say I'm not the happiest about this, because if I just waited a couple more laps, 1 or 2 more laps, and the safety car came out, I could have gotten a free pit stop with the wing damage, but obviously it's hard to predict safety cars, and, you know, I would have, after lap 1, I thought no more would come out, so just unlucky. So I stay out on these tires. Everyone around me is on new tires, including Thomas on the fresh mediums. So at the end of lap 8, we're going side by side because I want as good as a restart as I can yet. And either man, he hasn't warmed up his hard tires, so they're very cold. So I'm expecting to get a good restart. But here we're just waiting, 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 and they're already going. But either man gets a terrible restart, so we're forced to wait with him. Unk reflexes, I guess, but we move on. Luckily no damage or anything going on ahead. The person you're hearing is high and flying in the V-Carb as my teammate. He's normally the race engineer, but my teammate Nitro wasn't here for the race, so yeah. And you can just see Thomas has so much more grip on those fresh mediums, able to send it around the outside of us there. So I'm still trying to fight it, but at this point, I think it's not worth it, so I back out. Maybe get a little bit of a switchback, but you don't want to go side by side into the next corner. You literally get taken out there so easy. And I just decided to play the rest of this race smart. So onto lap 10, we're staying with them, staying in DRS. It's lap after lap after lap, pulling away from the cars behind. And on lap 12, Thomas and the Aston of MLB, they're going side by side, fighting into literally every corner. Some slight contact, some grass on his tires. And I'm just trying to see if I can capitalize off of what they're doing, what they're battling with. And the reason I can't, my tires are just old, and I was pushing on the first 2 laps, so if I saved, it would have been much better, but I was just trying to catch up due to my previous wing damage. So, a good gap to the cars behind. Being able to stay in the DRS train of these guys all the way up to P3 is nice. We're currently having Ferrari domination, by the way. It's a Ferrari 1-2, and they're like, what, like 5 seconds up on P3? So, not ideal. It's pretty safe to say who's going to win the Constructors. But, as we can see, Thomas comes into the pits at the end of lap 18, start of lap 19, and he gets a 10-second. I didn't even notice that from before. Well, we come into pits very safe, probably because of his 10-second. And, yeah, our tires are basically dead. And now we only have this set of hard tires, so if we wanted to pit, we wouldn't have any fresh tires. So 16 laps on hards. It's easy to do, but the hards can also drop off. It's just they have better wear. And they take like 2.5 laps to warm up, I'd say. So not bad. So we're just trying to gain, and on lap 32, all the way back from, I think, 15 seconds behind after we pit, we are all the way on the back of Taylor McKenzie's gearbox. So that's good, because we were fighting him from near the start of the race. So we're just trying to save as much battery as we can as staying as close to them as we can. So trying to do both. And yeah, the DRS is very strong around here with the ERS as well. Pretty sure he's using, and he just couldn't hold it around the outside. He tries to hold it around the outside there. I try to cover off the switchback. We get a slight tap on the side because I did go a little bit deep into the corner. But yeah, onto the end of the race. It's a Ferrari 1-2 with Dior winning. He's used P4. I should have had at least a P4 or P3, but that wing damage lost me a ton of time, so unlucky. Uh, very important for the championship, but I'm just I wasn't happy with this race. It was just stupid. But here are the results. Finished P6 after starting P4. Should have been higher, but stuff happened, and we will try our best to come back next race. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video for the next league race. So peace.